let me ask you, why do you always come late?
I think, that question is so very important because, we live in a city that maybe around 3 million people live together. And you can imagine how exactly you can be in a crowd sometimes, where the highways or the transportation can also be very crowded. And according to me, I live in a village which is absolutely far away from the office. We work together, and that it causes me sometimes to use a bike, and maybe of course other times I take a taxi. But the days I always come late to the job is that I try to come on my bike, and I like to make an exercise, but just because of the road that really sometimes makes me to be late on time, and I excuse about that mistake, and I think it can not happen again, but it is something that always takes place and everywhere. Yeah, thank you.
Baby dance, Mustafa Shano.
Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel Rivanculo. We are here again for you, as you are there for us, so thank you for being there, and thank you for being a part of our family. We love you and will ever love you, so stay tuned with us forever and enjoy our interesting videos. Here is my colleague, and welcome to the episode.
Thank you for having me.
How have you been nowadays?
Well, I have been great, I've been doing great so far, and I wish you two have been doing the same, so thank you very much.
You look to be happy somehow. Is there anything new?
Well, if I attempt to give you a little information about that, I guess you will really wonder a lot. You're right, I've been happy, but maybe of course this is going to be a part of my habitual. Sometimes as any other individual, you can see someone in the morning, feeling happy, and maybe later in the afternoon just, comes with an anger, or, in another way, exactly different from the way you saw him this morning. So, but according to me, to the question you asked me, I think that, happiness is one of the most important things of your life. You must be happy so that you can save your life away from diseases, away from heartbreaking or every cruel things that may really concern your life. So I think without a reason, I can say simply one should have to be happy and confident with himself. So that's all I did. I think nothing else is needed. Thank you very much.
Well, let me ask you, why do you always come late?
I think, that question is so very important because, we live in a city that maybe around 3 million people live together. And you can imagine how exactly you can be in a crowd sometimes, where the highways or the transportation can also be very crowded. And according to me, I live in a village which is absolutely far away from the office. We work together, and that it causes me sometimes to use a bike, and maybe of course other times I take a taxi. But the days I always come late to the job is that I try to come on my bike, and I like to make an exercise, but just because of the road that really sometimes makes me to be late on time, and I excuse about that mistake, and I think it can not happen again, but it is something that always takes place and everywhere. Yeah, thank you.
When do you go outside in your free time with whom do you share your time with?
I think as far as I know, there is no free time most of my time, and because we work together. And but if in case I get spare time, I prefer to go to the beach and sit with my friends, my colleagues, and try to share ideas with them, or even try to listen what kind of ideas they got to tell me, they got to explain me. But I'm not like the people, those who always like to waste their time in sitting in the cafe shops or trying to, make themselves enjoyable by smoking or drinking. In my free time, if I get a spare time, I try to go to the beach and try to sightsee some new interesting things like watching the ocean, interesting places close to the beach, and that's mainly where I take as a rest in my time. Yeah.
Why do most of teenagers today waste their time talking about useless things?
I think, I can say exactly that's just because of ignorance, lack of education, and the, tribalism, of course. Tribalism, as you know, it plays a major role for destroying our nation back to the country. And ever since Somalia went into ethnic war in 1990 war, as you know, millions of people fled away from the nation just because of, the name of tribes. People began to kill each other. The capital city of Mogadishu was divided into two. It was very hard or difficult for someone to cross from the south to the north. And we got all this bullshit just because of other people who are not exactly just educated, as I say, because they told the younger people, the generation, to take to war, to go into war, using the name of tribalism. And I think, tribe is a tribe, it's not a nation. So we need to stop teaching our kids to go on the same way we did. And those generations you're talking about at the moment, yeah, you're right. You can see in every place, beside the streets, on the pavements, or just near schools or coffee shops, young people talking about useless things, like telling you that they are from a powerful tribe, that they're going to deny one another. I think we should stop that and tell them to go to the schools to educate themselves, so that we need to persuade them that they are the leaders of tomorrow to the Horn of African nation, Somalia. So I guess, our community leaders, educators, and everyone who's gentle enough has to take a step against, the spreading disease of tribalism. And that's all I can say.
Okay, well, the last question I want to ask you is all about Islam. What can you tell us about the 5 pillars of Islam?
Well, as you know, Islam is our religion, and it's a peaceful religion, and Islam means a peace. And then, when you want to follow, or you want to be a pure Muslim, you have to go and follow the Islam regulation, the regulars of Islam. I mean, now the answer of this question you asked me is that, first of all, you must believe that there is no God except Allah and His Prophet, blessed and peace be upon him. You must pray 5 times in a day. You must go, you must give alms to the poor people, and you must go to the pilgrimage if you can. I think there are 5. First of all, is that you believe that there is no God except Allah and His Prophet, blessed and peace be upon him. You must pray 5 times a day. You must, give alms to the poor people, and you must go to the pilgrimage. Yeah, so I think that's that's what I can tell you about Islam. It's a peaceful religion, and it's our religion, so I'm proud to be Muslim. Yeah.
Thank you, Liban.
Thank you very much for having me. Thank you.
Thanks to you guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please hit the subscribe button, like, and share our videos. Goodbye.